Let me set it up here.
Okay.
For anyone who's missed it this week, Kanye, of course, wore a White Lives Matter shirt this week with Candace Owens, the right-wing political pundit, or whatever you want to call her. He wore a White Lives Matter
I
shirt.
don't like the word pundit. It sounds weird.
And then he followed it up with last night going on Tucker Carlson on Fox News to talk about his love of Trump. I believe last night was actually, I know it's the kind of thing where there's been so much noise that it's really hard to point to anything and say it's a line in the sand.
Yeah.
I feel like last night when he came out he had a necklace on. I don't know if you saw this.
No.
He had a chain on. Attached to it was a picture of a fetus.
What?
Yes. To show it's his pro-life, like, I want everyone to know I'm pro-life. This is the fetus around my neck.
Wow.
So I felt last night was like a line in the sand sort of moment for Kanye. And I was curious today whether Sipes' reaction would be some, I don't give a shit, it's all a troll, whatever, fuck that. Or you'd be like, nah, bro, this guy's really gone to the
I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. I don't care. You don't like this
in the way that you don't care about anything.
Correct.
About especially like celebrities' thoughts on things, etc.
Right, yeah, whatever. It's all of the things though with him. It is a troll, but what it seems like to me is like he's planning his trolling while having a mental breakdown. See, some people have a mental breakdown and they say some wild, crazy shit, but it's just because of their breakdown.
Right.
But if you're a professional troller and you're having a mental breakdown, or you definitely need some kind of mental care, you don't see it like that. You're just like a troll, so you go on your troll missions, but there's other shit going on. And people are like, is he trolling? It's all of it.
Right.
It's not he's trolling or having a mental, he's trolling while having a mental breakdown.
But is it a mental breakdown terminology wise if it's been sort of,
I don't know clinical terms.
Yeah, this has just been like it's in line with what he's been saying for the last couple of years.
It's not a mental breakdown like it just happened today and all of a sudden he's having a break. It's like a long, steady mental breakdown.
Well, it's literally just called someone who desperately needs to be medicated, not being medicated at all, and has gotten it in his head and decided that medication is bad. And because everything you feel is your authentic self, so you should just lean into all of it.
Yeah, but sometimes, from what I've heard from a lot of different people and my independent research of just having a lot of conversations with people, a lot of times that medicine stifles your creativity. That's why a lot of people don't like it, especially creatives.
Absolutely. And by the way, as someone who's been on anti-anxiety and antidepressants before, for me, it's very similar. It definitely keeps you thinking straight, more straightforward. I think that's a reasonable thing to suggest. Bro, I'm sorry. I'm going to say this right now. I don't care how people feel about it. So if the purpose is to stay creative so you don't want to damage it, he's clearly been off of his shit for a while now. He's been making some of the most unmemorable music of his career. Like, if we're being honest, like Donda 2, it's practically like it never came out. Like, is that even a real album?
I didn't even listen to Donda 2.
Not a soul talked about Donda 2. Donda 1 has its handful of joints, but it's a fucking mess. But it's a mess as an album. I mean, how often do you sit here and play it through?
But that's what I'm saying. Nowadays, what is an album?
Right.
Like, nowadays we have like we were talking about Serato, how we have so much control now. You have so much control of an album sequence. You know, Kendrick album, yeah, it's a fucking movie. It's probably way better to listen to it in its entirety straight through. It's all connected, intertwined. But if you're I listened to YG album the other day.
I want to listen to that. How is it?
He's got some joints on there. But I could easily shuffle it. There's no connecting interludes where it's out of order. There's no theme. It's just dope gangster shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
And not even all gangster shit. There's some like love shit on there too. Bro, you can play it straight through or shuffle. What doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Thing is, but let's be honest. Kanye was not that dude. I mean, he could argue he's changed and that's what he is now.
No, Kanye shit was like you want to play straight through. It's a movie happening.
Dark Twisted Fantasy, Graduation, all of them. I mean, really, they all took you on like a journey. So I just say that to say, yo, man, this isn't working well. Like, how does he not see that? Like, this is not a good look. I don't understand. And what really is upsetting is like yesterday, for example, he's talking about how do I say this?
Oh, watch your mouth.
When he gets pushed on like why he feels a certain way about an issue, let's say abortion.
Yeah.
What he will utter out of his mouth is that the reason he cares about abortion is because he cares about them killing black babies.
Right.
But he's saying this to Tucker Carlson as he's completely pushing people towards a way of thinking where black people's well-being is the opposite of the priority.
Yeah.
Like, it's so disingenuous to simultaneously be talking about black genocide while pushing people to white supremacy. That's literally what he's doing. He's like, I don't want black people to die. Thus, I rock with Donald Trump and the Kushners and you, Tucker Carlson. Like, it's if he really thinks this way, Saif, he's legitimately out of his mind. Like, really, like, you're gone, bro.
I mean, but is he out of his mind? What if he really is a Republican? What if he really loves that shit?
But it's further than Republican. It has to be, what if he really is a right winger who he likes white supremacy. Like, he wants it to be that way. He thinks that's the way. Because that's where you're pushed. You can't, I'm trying in my mind's eye to understand the angle he could have. I get it. I see this really thin thing of like, he said it last night. Trump keeps it, Trump is honest. That's why people don't like him, because he's honest. He's not a politician.
Yeah.
Now, what does honest mean? He also said he sincerely believes Donald Trump only cares about the well-being of this country. Whereas I believe Donald Trump believes a lot of the things that he says, but none of them stem from his care of this country. Not one thing.
Like, Donald, I see what you're saying, that he's honest because he speaks his mind, but also he's not as racist as his followers are.
No, I agree.
So that can't be honest.
He's happy to take them, but he's not.
Bro, people screaming your name, that shit.
He's going with it.
That shit feels great, man.
Man, these are my people out here.
People screaming your name feels great.
No, I agree. Like, Trump in his heart is like a regular rich racist.
A New York racist.
A New York rich racist. But his people are like deep South, chasing you down with a fucking torch racist.
Yeah. And I don't think he's that.
He's not that.
But he's rocking with it.
But he's rocking with it.
He's doing what Kanye's doing. Rocking with
whoever rocks with him. Yeah. Because remember, this may all come back to when Barack Obama called him a jackass. In the Cipha Sounds and Rosenberg days.
Yeah. I didn't even there's also a thing. I've always had this theory that because Hove is so close with Barack, like Hove is so close to Barack, and Barack did call him a jackass, which he will forever hold in his brain. You know what I mean? He now wants to have the president on speed dial. You know what I mean? Like, that's your man? Okay, this is my man. Whatever you got, I gotta get.
Even though Barack fucks with Jay-Z way more than Trump fucks with Kanye.
Of course. Of course. But I didn't even realize that. I saw, I look at social media like, bro, I'm scrolling. I'm trying to look at some titties, man. I need
I
a
mean, it's TikTok, bro. Come on.
little titty dopamine hit. So I saw the shirt. I didn't even realize that was Kanye wearing the shirt. I just thought it was like models showing that he made the shirt. And then I didn't realize that was Candace Owens until like 2 days ago. When people started when I started listening, because I saw Diddy talking, and I thought I put the sound on because I thought Diddy was talking about Mace, and ended up he was talking about the Kanye thing, and I was like, oh, that's Candace Owens. Oh no.
Exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of.
Don't you get frustrated though? White lives matter to me. That phrase.
Yeah.
It's the modern day. Tell me if you remember. I don't know if you ever heard this back in the day when we were kids. It's the modern day. Why don't they have White History Month?
Yeah.
And you're like, wait, what? Do you understand why we need Black History Month?
White lives matters is why can't we say the N-word?
It's also why can't we say
it? Why can't we say it?
What? Your life matters, our life matters, right? We all matter.
Yeah, well, yeah, honestly,
yeah, sure.
I rock with all lives matter. It's all lives matter. It's Black Lives Matter. It's White Lives Matter, because all life does matter. But the point that we're making, or not even me, I'm not even making the point. The point that they're making is it's supposed to be all lives matter, but it's not. But it's not. Right. So that's why I can't stand people that scream it, because you're saying the right thing, but you're not acting on it.
Correct.
You're 100% not acting on it.
You wouldn't be here screaming this if you were acting on it.
There would be no reason to scream on it if you acted on it.
It's so true. This is what's so
frustrating. But it's so fucking, people get these slogans and these fucking these moments of like now, like I don't know what I am, a Buddhist, a fucking agnostic, I don't know, whatever.
A douchebag.
A douche a lot. There's this video I found, and it's this black guy and a white guy having a fight on the subway platform.
Okay.
I don't know what it just cuts in. Black guy, boom, hits him, boom, boom, and then the white guy falls into the tracks.
Okay.
And
is this real?
Immediately the black guy runs over, puts his hand out, pulls him out of the track. Like, that's life. Sure, we can argue here and there, but when shit gets rough, we should be trying to save each other.
Right.
So all lives do matter, but you're not living it. You're screaming it and not living it.
It's crazy too, because it's the whole history of this country, and I don't understand why those people on that who have those beliefs and scream all lives matter, why are you so incapable of looking at the real history of America? Like, I love this country. I don't want to leave. Like, I listen, I can sit here and talk trash about America all day. This is where I want to live. This is where I would want to raise a family. Yes, I have tons of concerns with regard to racism, gun violence, a lot of stuff. But it's my home, and it's the place I want to be. I'm also disgusted by the history of white supremacy that has put us in a place where all these years later in 2022, we still require Black Lives Matter being a movement. And we do. Yeah. Like, Cipha, I literally have had professional, I don't want to go into details, but like me wearing Black Lives Matter shirts has caused me issues before.
Yeah.
And this is before even it was like so, quote, politically divisive. It was like when it was really just, this is what people are saying. Because that's another thing that makes, let me finish the thought. If you love the country, it's not loving it to just blindly say, I love everything they do. Yes. If you were rooting for the Yankees and they traded Aaron Judge and they got rid of Garrett Cole, and they sat down everyone you liked and started playing a bunch of bums and losing, the only way to support them is to yell, "Go Yankees, we're the best"? You're not allowed to be like, I don't like what we're doing right now. Yeah. We should do better. Like that, it to me is the essence. That's what makes Martin Luther King one of the great patriots of all time. He was fighting to make the country better and live up to the promise on the paper. Yeah. That all we're trying to do is get America to be what it says it's going to be. You know why everyone wants all these things? America. They wrote it. They set the tone. Bill of Rights, Declaration of Independence. This is what makes us different. We are not like all men are created equal. They're the ones who set the tone, and it's never been backed up. And the fact that people simply want it to be what was promised, why does that upset you? Like, I don't get it. I'm white. I don't sit around feeling like angry or upset that people have sadness about racism or even resentment towards white privilege. Like, why is it hard to acknowledge it and say, man, yeah, I have benefited in this country? No, I haven't, though. I grew up poor. I'm just like you. Yeah, but if you were poor and you could get a suit and get into an office, you get hired for a job. Whereas,
or get pulled over by the cops.
And you won't get pulled over by the cops. Like, how are you not?
Or even if you do get pulled over, it's like it's just.
Oh, it's so many things.
It's so many. You can't, bro. It's just fucking.
And you know what the truth is? The truth is
Kanye caused all of this.
I think it's Kanye. He's the start of it.